Hey there, friends. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive deep into living healthier, happier, and wiser as we embrace the beauty of our middle years. I'm so glad you're here today because we're about to have a heart-to-heart about something truly special. Yes, you. Have you ever felt like you're a bit different? Like you see the world in a way that not everyone else does? Maybe you've wondered if there's something unique about your personality that sets you apart. Well, today we're going to talk about 8 signs you have an extremely rare personality. Now, before we jump in, let me just say, this isn't about bragging or feeling superior. It's about celebrating who you are, recognizing your strengths, and understanding how your unique traits can inspire others and make your life even more fulfilling. As we age, we start to appreciate the qualities that make us who we are, don't we? Those quirks, those moments of wisdom, those flashes of kindness. They're what make life rich. So, grab a cup of tea, get cozy, and let's explore these 8 signs together. By the end of this video, you might just realize you're even more extraordinary than you thought. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep sharing this journey of healthy aging and timeless wisdom together. Let's get started. Sign number 1. You feel deeply and think profoundly. You know those moments when you're watching a sunset, listening to a song, or even hearing a friend's story, and you feel it so deeply, like it touches your soul in a way that's hard to explain? That's the first sign of a rare personality. People with rare personalities don't just skim the surface of life. They dive in. You're not afraid to feel the full spectrum of emotions, from joy to sorrow, and you think about life's big questions. Why are we here? What's my purpose? How can I make a difference? As we get older, this depth becomes even more precious. In our 50s, 60s, and beyond, we've lived through enough to know life isn't always easy. But instead of shutting down, you lean into those emotions. You might tear up at a heartfelt movie or spend hours reflecting on a meaningful conversation. And that's beautiful. It means you're connected to the world in a profound way. Let me share a little story. A friend of mine, Susan, who's 62, told me how she recently sat by a lake and just felt everything. The breeze, the sound of the water, the weight of her life's joys and struggles. She said, "I used to think I was too sensitive, but now I realize it's my strength." That's what I'm talking about. If you're someone who feels deeply and thinks profoundly, you're rare, my friend. Hold on to that. It's a gift that helps you connect with others and find meaning in every moment. Sign number 2, you're curious and always learning. Here's the second sign. You're endlessly curious. You're the kind of person who picks up a book, watches a documentary, or asks a friend, "Hey, tell me more about that." You love learning, not because you have to, but because it lights you up, whether it's figuring out how to grow your own herbs, exploring meditation, or diving into history. Your mind is always hungry for more. Now, for those of us in our middle years, this curiosity is like a fountain of youth. Society sometimes tells us that learning is for the young, but we know better, don't we? Staying curious keeps our minds sharp and our spirits young. I recently met a 58-year-old gentleman named Tom at a community workshop. He was there learning about beekeeping, of all things. He said, "I've always wanted to know how honey gets made, and now's the time to find out." That's the spirit of a rare personality. Someone who sees every day as a chance to grow. If you're always asking questions, seeking new experiences, or even just Googling random facts, you've got this sign. It's not just about knowledge. It's about staying open to life's possibilities. And trust me, that openness inspires everyone around you, from your kids to your grandkids to your friends. Sign number 3, you value authenticity over approval. Let's talk about the third sign. You care more about being real than being liked. In a world obsessed with social media likes and fitting in, you're someone who stays true to yourself. You're not afraid to speak your truth, even if it's not what everyone else wants to hear. And you value people who are genuine, too. You'd rather have one honest friend than a dozen who put on a show. This is huge, especially as we age. In our 20s and 30s, we might have worried about pleasing everyone, but now we've learned that life's too short for pretense. You wear what makes you comfortable, say what you mean, and live by your values. That's not just rare, it's powerful. I'll never forget my neighbor, Linda, who's 65, at a family gathering. Someone made a comment about her colorful wardrobe, saying it was too bold for her age. Linda just laughed and said, "Honey, I'm wearing what makes me happy. Life's too short for boring clothes." That's the kind of authenticity I'm talking about. If you prioritize being yourself over seeking approval, you've got a rare personality that lights up the world. Sign number 4, you're a natural empath. Sign number 4 is all about empathy. If you're someone who can sense how others are feeling, sometimes even before they say a word, you've got a rare gift. You're the person people turn to when they need someone to listen, to understand, to just be there. You don't just hear words. You feel the emotions behind them. This is such a beautiful trait, especially for us in our middle years. We've been through enough to know that everyone's carrying something, a worry, a loss, a dream. And when you show up with that kind of compassion, you make people feel seen and valued. I remember a time when I was at a coffee shop, feeling a bit down. The barista, a woman in her 50s, noticed and just said, "You look like you could use a smile today. Here's a little extra foam on your latte." That small act of kindness stayed with me for weeks. If you're an empath, you might sometimes feel overwhelmed by others' emotions. That's okay. It's part of the package. Just remember to take care of yourself, too. Your ability to connect with others is a rare and precious thing, and it's one of the reasons people are drawn to you. Sign number 5. You find joy in the little things. Here's sign number 5. You find joy in the small moments. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, a walk in the park, a good laugh with a friend. These things light up your day. You don't need grand adventures or fancy things to feel happy. You find beauty in the everyday. This is something that becomes even more meaningful as we age. In our younger years, we might have chased big goals or big thrills. But now, we know that life's sweetest moments are often the simplest. I have a friend, Margaret, who's 60, and she keeps a joy journal. Every day, she writes down one small thing that made her smile, like the sound of birds or a kind word from a neighbor. She says it's changed how she sees the world. If you're someone who notices the little things, the way the sunlight hits your kitchen table, the smell of fresh laundry, the sound of your grandkids laughing, you've got a rare personality. That ability to find joy in the ordinary is what keeps your heart young and your spirit strong. Sign number 6, you're resilient and adaptable. Sign number 6 is resilience. Life hasn't always been easy, has it? We've all faced challenges, health scares, loss, career changes, you name it. But if you're someone who keeps going, who finds a way to adapt and grow through tough times, that's a sign of a rare personality. Resilience isn't about never feeling down. It's about getting back up. And as we move through our 50s, 60s, and beyond, this trait becomes our superpower. Think about it. You've navigated so much already, and you're still here, still learning, still hoping. That's incredible. I'll share a quick story about my uncle, Robert, who's 68. A few years ago, he lost his job after 30 years at the same company. It was a blow, no doubt. But instead of giving up, he took a computer course, started freelancing, and now he's teaching others how to use technology. He told me, "Life doesn't stop throwing curveballs, but I've learned to swing." If you face hard times and come out stronger, you're rare, and you're an inspiration. Sign number 7, you inspire others without trying. Sign number 7 is a big one. You inspire people just by being you. You don't have to give grand speeches or have a million followers. Your actions, your kindness, your wisdom do the talking. People look at you and think, "I want to be like that." This is especially true for us in our middle years. We got stories to tell, lessons we've learned, and a quiet confidence that comes from experience. Whether it's your patience, your humor, or the way you handle challenges, you're making a difference. I remember a colleague, Diane, who's 55. She's always calm under pressure, and one day a younger coworker told her, "Watching you makes me want to handle stress better." Diane was surprised. She didn't even realize she was inspiring anyone. If people ever tell you that you made them think, feel, or act differently, that's a sign of your rare personality. You're a beacon of light, and you don't even have to try. Sign number 8, you live with purpose. Finally, sign number 8, you live with purpose. You're not just going through the motions. You're here to make a difference, whether it's for your family, your community, or even just one person. You have a sense of what matters to you, and you try to align your life with that. For those of us in our middle years, the sense of purpose is what keeps us going. Maybe you volunteer at a local shelter, mentor a younger person, or simply strive to be the best parent or grandparent you can be. Whatever it is, you're driven by something bigger than yourself. I'll never forget meeting a woman named Clara at a health seminar. She's 70 and spends her weekends teaching yoga to seniors. She said, "I want to help people feel strong in their bodies and hearts, no matter their age." That's purpose. If you're someone who lives with intention, who wants to leave the world a little better, you've got a rare personality that's truly one in a million. Wow. We've covered a lot today, haven't we? These 8 signs: feeling deeply, staying curious, valuing authenticity, being empathetic, finding joy in the little things, being resilient, inspiring others, and living with purpose are what make you truly rare. If you see yourself in even a few of these, I hope you're feeling proud. You're not just unique. You're a gift to the world. As we navigate our middle years, let's celebrate who we are. Let's keep learning, keep feeling, keep showing up as our authentic selves. Life is too precious to do anything less. And here's the beautiful thing. By embracing your rare personality, you're not just enriching your own life, you're lifting up everyone around you. Your family, your friends, your community, they're all better because of you. So, my friends, I want to hear from you. Which of these signs resonated with you the most? Maybe you're an empath who's always there for others, or maybe you're curious and always learning something new. Drop a comment below and let's keep this conversation going. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe so we can keep exploring how to live healthier, happier, and wiser together. Before I go, let me leave you with a little quote I love. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. That's what rare personalities do. They shine their light and make the world brighter. Keep shining, my friends. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, stay healthy, and keep living with joy.